should we?
If it's knowledge you seek.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say, I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to. Still alive, are you? That grey lump? No. Coin purse weighing you down? You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered. But either way.
Yep. Well, sang fortune, dear. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. And?
What are you looking for?
May Gilbert smile upon you.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, it just so happens...
And what talents would...
Why you're fit.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm... Randalar has been... None remain free, but the army...
And you've been looking to...
Precisely.
So where does my skill...
Though we may have the so we've been certain, we believe the place was about...
And so, we...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the trip.
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work.
I will. Even if I begin right, so I'd better get... Try to clear the place.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in...
All right.
I'm sure you won't need...
Let's go. This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again. That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad. come on. Fly, Ambrosia. You deserve a rest. Something the matter, Thea? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give...
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. Eloise.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer...
You're still in negotiations.
A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have... I suppose it's to be expected, but we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help...
I'm not sure I do, but thank you, all the same.
Ah,
You wanted to talk?
the man I was watching earlier, the ones. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate and they're still expanding. They've been trying to... And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she...
And you'd rather she didn't.
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted. I won't let her give up on her dreams again. She freed me from my bond, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did, and I want to repay the favor. By letting her... Each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down.
She loves you.
And I love her. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get... These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravan.
Be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that
Thank you. But his revenge.
it is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our but there I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail. And so, Clive, I find my... Will you take them to your hideaway? That they might...
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have withdrawn.
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations, and may Griga guide us.
I can walk from here. Everyone. Quint... You can no longer guarantee your protection, but I...
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't... We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he's... If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's because he ain't coming. If that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's, man. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a... They don't stand a chance against that thing. They're all gonna fucking die!
No. We can't let it... Sid! Don't worry about us. We can't let Quentin die before that...
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you...
Good girl. Don't tell me I'm too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Let's try. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
He wept and begged for mercy. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven, it was all for this. But what is my faithful comrades?
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh,
You.
and so are you. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here! You're finished. I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the fuck. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is a strange way to achieve...
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove... I have nothing left.
What the heck are you on? You've got us, ain't you?
I prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet. We believed.
Your village may be lost, so long as you...
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. And all Lostwing weren't just...
It was.
We can start again.
A fresh one life ends. Why just a village? What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin.
Please. Quentin will, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing, and I have a feeling that this year, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
For making this town a welcoming place.
What are you after? That all, is it?
Just because the heavens have gone to...
Ah, Clive.
Oh?
And why is that?
Remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems they're... Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them, but we ain't got nowhere for them to bed down. I'd build them a new barracks here if I could, but where would I put them? There just isn't enough, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep...
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from... But there's only so many we can shelter with. We can't keep cramming more and more people in, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making...
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And though...
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. And they don't... Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't... But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make a go of it. Once those blasted bandits have been sent packing, that is.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free East...
That's right. Though I rather fear my men have been treading on her. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to settle them. And
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than... and rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely... A small force would suffice to clear the village.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic. Make sure I'm not taken on...
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle...
Well, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Ready, go? You deserve a rest.
In here. Kill him.
We'll leave Eastpool now. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
More surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. I'll leave it with me, my...
Home. No. We're the
That's all of them. And not now to begin the important work of It won't be easy. The masonry might still be sturdy enough. It'll take a bit of elbow grease.
So wait. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
There you... Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits. Why, what's all this about? Some shape-shifting nightmare show? On second thoughts, don't tell. It'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool... Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place. But that...
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those... Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How? We're supposed to do our duty.
No, indeed.
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. Thus ends today's lesson.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But We were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Amber and the Lazarus are gone. Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus.
We've had no word from
What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are cruel?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
He's a surly sucker.
Sid?
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I fear the soil here does not agree. However,
I can't wait to.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric. I believe that by grafting a Morble, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically.
And all you?
That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. Why?
How timely.
I shan't keep you any long.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... So, obviously, I show it to... Try as I might, I can't for the life of me. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens...
I'd speak to him again. Well,
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit.
All right. I'll meet you by the foot...
Glory to Griga.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working us. I've tried offering Clive. She hasn't. Will you talk to her?
I know better than to...
Oh, thank you.
Well, Tyre, we all admire your dedication.
I will. When it's... Until then, I'm staying... We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. The crystal... If I had the tears, I could...
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears.
You wouldn't, Tyre. There must be some...
Sometimes an easy death is the... You do well to remember that...
We have... I can make the draft if you...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the... Bring me one of their eyes. I'll make sure the other...
Thank you, Clive.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Bloody hell, Clive. And you...
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no. If it weren't the ring, and it was...
It was the ring. It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to
Don't be like that.
If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was... We apprenticed together.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades. The ring brought it all back. Bastards improved, though. More than I've...
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and The fact is... I couldn't make anything even after.
So what?
I'm the Hideaway's master crook. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village for. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck because the curse breakers deserve better, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to see.
Then just this once, swallow your pride and focus all your energy keeping the curse breakers. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old...
In Dravost, my old village.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of Karav. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost, and I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get...
Good luck with that.
I'm understanding. Your work here is done. They could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Are you buying or selling? Of course.
The free cities under siege?
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia. Don't get surrounded. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are they get...
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull, now let...
All right. Just...
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. Like...
Go on, then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad... Clive, you're good with people. You speak...
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me. But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
I have some things for sale. Farewell, traveller.
Sorry, but if none of you lot can smell ore anymore, we're gonna have to start looking.
Isn't there anything we can do to help? Doesn't seem fair.
Should be enough to last us a few moons, at least.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter! Pardon the intrusion.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is.
Keep the gates closed, I tell him. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way. He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting no. These Bearers flames are next to blood.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new...
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor. Oh, and if you're struggling, the prick knows exactly where he's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Mama, why hasn't Papa...
He's helping the Chief with something very important.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn it?
Let me guess.
As a personal favor to him.
Well, at least he didn't.
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village again?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership out. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just, and the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among them. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats, and bit by bit. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We managed...
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with...
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shed Sid's bellows with the world, the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackfoot. Sid made those things for us. They give us... and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the Dravozd will show the world that it's... Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put course, it's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave. Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building, if do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August. And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out enough.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Blackthorn's got some nerve coming back here.
Not here. Good girl. Straight home now. Let's make this quick, shall we? dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows. Ready, go?
It's over.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
What's this all about then?
Would you like to see my wares? Here you are. Thank you. Certainly.
Good news, Clive. When I told people we'd be building them a new furnace, they were practically falling over themselves to help. Talk about changing their tune, eh?
Any trouble finding this?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Right then. Time to put these. Everyone pulls their weight. We'll be finished.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. You know what this means?
Sorry about earlier.
That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking.
Give...
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forge. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer. Which will... Our secret for yours. I've always envied. Since the day I became chief, I spent no amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But he took all his talent. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not good.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day, and all these things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudge. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that... I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home...
See that you both do. I'll save this...
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise.
Ready, go?
You deserve a rest.
Right!
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, we didn't. The whole village turned out for a go on them. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see I'd ignore it.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me?
I'm sure. He didn't say.
Huh. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your life. There's no greater honor for a smith than... I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will. And if that helps save even a single life... What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? It sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or...
Trouble with your gear, or... What do you want? That it? Fine.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, I can't help but...
Here. It's your...
What an amazing specimen. When? When? It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar...
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe... You must accept this phial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Cole said it was an army of a cash.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about...
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. I'm loath to give a patient at least a single dose dulls even the most. It may be a gentle way to die, but I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to...
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one... A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift... I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
I were right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aina is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come!
I thought you said that ship was fast!
Yeah! When you get going, well, that takes time! When you manage to give it a push, you lay in the old sack of jam.
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then!
Feels like a comfort you can. With bills to pay and outstanding van going first.
Aye, aye, Captain!
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain. Clive?
Confound it. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my eyes? No matter, heads will roll, all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through Megan's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up? As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea. Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot. Should we make for the ship? Not yet. Wait for my signal. You're finished. It's over.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, grab for it! Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Grigor, have mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye! Do you feel that, Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos, gosh!
One of us.
Hard apart! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never. I'll find her.
Bloody hell! At a starboard!
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Cut him down!
It's over.
Keeps him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra shotgun to me, Flames!
Too slow.
slow.
came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate, however much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no!
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. Defend yourself! In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Come! All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the light. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. Raise your guard. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are elements in persuasion that might. That's the first try. Are you ready? You've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods!
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so low. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. I carry. My sins, my pain, my sorrow. I see now that they are all a part of me. yourself. And I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. We should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the... Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like...
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed... Dorish sent a few curse breakers to... If something ain't done soon...
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well...
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on. It's got a reverberatory that let's just say it gets only mithril engines get hot. Trouble is, and I hear you.
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh,
So,
you we've got a couple of
More fallen materials. So this...
That's right. And what's more, we've collected as many as we...
So you want me to visit some ruins?
That's it in a nutshell. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know there's one up Amber Way and another in the Silent...
All right, then.
Will do. I'll be keeping...
Come back. The stew's awfully thin.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
I'm afraid not. She's up my job, actually.
Did she?
Following up on some... Once they'd settled in. The bearers, you...
The slaver Cole's team were tracking. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on...
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe... Cole was right to be worried.
Clive, what is it that you wish to learn? The state of the realm is ever-changing. What will it be today? What is it that you wish to learn? Thus ends today's lesson.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Good morrow to you, my friend. With the darkenings, but be that... I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today? You are always welcome, Clive.
Don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
So what do I owe the honor? Yeah. The weight of all that shit. Clever girl, that one. So, what'll it be? No scratches, right? And?
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
Oh, Clive. My wards and I may soon be without her.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his...
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Not that any of those things still exist.
And what does he want with Northridge?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build a new... He's already secured the support...
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me. I have...
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him...
How? By a man whose stated aim is to revive the The captain can offer them a regular supply of... No. But given the mood around town...
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke for your services to Northreach? You have the... And unlike Philippe, no bonds of... Well?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then. Where will... In the garrison?
Overseeing the troop.
All right. I may have met this duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
As long as you remain, the veil will see to your needs.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to speak.
We're under orders not to let any civilians... But you should be all right. His Eminence is... Wait here. I'll go...
So, you are the and I shall see it repay. But tell me, is it wealth?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a strong...
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will yet you needn't be. A pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed, which is more than can be said for Oregon. The Empire wants for a capital, and with Caer Norvent, we need only build a wall around both. Plans are already underway. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force...
The people will do as their leaders... If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a function, one whose authority is beyond. That is why this levy is necessary, so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted. And yet there are those who persist.
I suspect They're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less. And you mean you would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own...
Sabine, we have...
Yes! And I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are.
And in yours, there will be only beggars.
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall. I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain...
Nothing good, I'll wait. Going around acting like he owns the place, and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence to sod off.
Why?
A question. What do you think of the Duke of Orange?
You build a life for yourself somewhere. If he thinks his name will do whatever it takes.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the man over.
All right there. What is it you're after?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the...
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to... And now he's trying to drive us out completely. If the dame said she wanted him run out...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of...
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the traders might not like having this. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make one...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me... Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreak is back on her feet, we'll all...
You're the one who was talking to his
On the dame's behalf, yes. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Orange. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect...
That's right. I did.
Well...
Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive, were you able to speak with the...
I was.
Well, it will certainly help to hold back though I doubt it will come as much concern. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have...
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrak? Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to them.
Why?
Because I realized what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, my lady, it was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our... We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, I fear His Eminence...
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Them, especially with men like you, and I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid. Until then, Clive.
Until then? No use calling Ambrosia now. Good girl.
Faster!
I need to deal with these ones first. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Ah, Clive.
That is good news.
Yes, but I still have much and more. You couldn't do me a quick favor.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the... find out exactly how...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through.
You have to trust her.
You're right. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, so I bid you farewell, and I'll gather my men and leave for... You go to Randalar and see if you can...
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep her. Oh, he's waiting.
What I wouldn't give for a heart. Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Let's go. Time to fight. safe. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to
I did. It's about the bearers, We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very... It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate, but what is done is done.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader, a most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunk. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't...
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers, not fit for the knackers.
That does sound unusual. No matter then. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium, their representative, hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randall up.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium, but I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with. I did. And if what he said was true, they deserved more. I wanted...
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need...
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming. Good girl. To the stables, girl.
What's the situation?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the drag. Just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me. Run like the wind. creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Finished.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore!
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Elle. Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was his first instinct, was always to protect people.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his...
It wasn't against his will. He was...
To live my own life.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva, and I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bears, my parents tried to drive him out before they could.
Theo told me something else. But he said you deserved a better life, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself he was never a burden. How could he even give anything? I was the one who weighed him.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You did whatever was necessary to continue living, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted. All I was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll keep bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then.
Two down.
Lord Rosfield.
Perhaps. My brother, have you learned anything of note since last?
Little and less, I regret to
I see.
Be assured how even now our archaeologians scour ruins in every...
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our method, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are familiar with Creta. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary if you would consent to do so in my stead.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most... Might I suggest you take the road? It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
Run like the wind. Good girl.